is Catherine Vitt from Recrion, and thanks ever so much for coming along. So today you're going to be talking about talent management. What is the biggest talent management issue in organisations in 2012?
Well, the biggest issue is having the right people so that a business can be competitive. We're in the middle of a recession, coming out of one, increasing competition with China, still a huge skills shortage and an ageing population. And overcoming all of that is a real issue for clients. So we tend to focus on, if you can find the right people with the right fit, then you've really got a competitive advantage.
How do organisations get the right people?
Well, it's an interesting one. We have in our organisation over 20 years of recruitment and selection experience, as well as looking at some really advanced tools such as language and behavioural profile to help companies to move away from just looking at pure competencies or skills, which is what happens, to thinking about what is it that motivates people and what are their attitudes to work, plus what their beliefs are. So in fact it's three things and not just one or two things that organisations need to look at when they're hiring.
I know there are a number of psychometric tools. So what is the difference with the lab profiling to other ones that we may know of?
Well, firstly, the language and behavioural profile is a psycholinguistic tool, so it's listening to language patterns and it's conversational. If we look at a normal psychometric test as we know it, they tend to be measuring either personality or intelligence. And research shows that personality is not a really good indicator of performance at work. Whereas by looking at people's language patterns and what really motivates them, that is a really good indicator. And in fact, we know it's 40% of the pieces of the puzzle to getting the right fit. The other advantage, of course, is that you chatting to people quite normally, and I teach people how to do this, and you're not getting them to sit down in front of a PC and think about what is it I actually think I am today, so that you're getting a much clearer picture. So if we looked at the equation, it would be firstly motivations and attitudes times belief in what they're doing and goals times skills and competencies, and that would give you an excellent result.
Fantastic. So it sounds absolutely fascinating, and of course in this day and age it is imperative that people have the right talent in their organisation. So how can people find out more from you?
We've got a website, recrion.co.uk, and I've written information for people to download, take away, think about. Of course, I'd really welcome it if people wanted to give me a ring and talk it through, because each organisation has a different challenge and we like to respond to that appropriately.
Lovely. Well, thank you ever so much for your time, Catherine, and I think it's fascinating, the lab profile, and I know, kind of talking to some of your clients, they've just really benefited so much from it, so thank you.
It's my pleasure.